In every video, begin every video with a smile. All right, we're going to talk about Calvin Johnson, aka Megatron. I did not even know who Calvin Johnson was. I had just got back to Atlanta, Georgia in 2011. I came back from Dallas through Oklahoma back to Atlanta. I needed a job, and I was working parking enforcement. CPS, I think it's CP. Wait. Yeah, CPS. I'm not going to say the actual name. I don't think they exist anymore. I always told Brian and Michael, who are the owners, it's like, dude, y'all going to hit and become millionaires and let this stuff go. Because it was stressful. It was making money, but that was a stressful job. It was a stressful job, boy. Doing the clank, putting on them boots, that wasn't a problem. Taking them payments was the problem. Because you never know. You tell the person it's going to be $75 cash or charge to get that boot off. And I know people watching this video is like, boy, it's just boiling up in him. But I work from Buckhead to Midtown. Basically more high-end established that can afford it and needed it. And then there's companies still there. I think EPS is still there now. I've seen videos of them booting people. But I do. I was a correction officer. But between that and the correction, those were, don't want to think about them jobs anymore. But Calvin Johnson, let me tell you, Calvin Johnson got away from me. It was a Spiral condominium. I probably shouldn't have said that. I hope he ain't still living there. Spiral condominium, Calvin Johnson. He had a Pan America, I think like a blue or gray Pan America. And that's a Porsche, I think. And maybe I'm telling him, man, this is no way he still has this car and still stays there. This is 2011, people. 2011, 2012, maybe. I think it's more like 2011. So I just can't believe he's still even there. Soldier Boy stays there too, or stayed there. So I got a Soldier Boy story. I forgot about that. Got a good Soldier Boy story. But Calvin Johnson, man. So I get called there. My primary job is to boot cars. The primary job is to catch people parking when they're not supposed to, parking handicap, whatever. Private facilities. We're there to enforce. We're a private company at private lots, private locations to enforce. So I'm going there because I know it's booting, but they have a gate issue. But this is the issue. I wasn't really supposed to work on their gates. But I had a decent rapport with the concierge, and that was kind of our little secret sometimes, help us out. But a lot of them would, come on, they're going to be more for the residents. Only when people do them wrong would they really call you. But they wanted me to fix the residence gate, to look at the residence gate. And there was some things we did, because I think we worked on the ticket gate. But it was some simple, put up a sign or something like that. Now, what was I supposed to be there for? Clank, clank. I was supposed to be booting Calvin Johnson's Pan America, because Calvin Johnson decided he wasn't going to go all the way up to his parking space, go through the gate, go up to his parking space. He was going to park in retail space, but in not even retail space. He parked in the stripe zone. Not even handicap. He parked in the stripe zone, like right in front of the resident gate to walk in. He parked in the stripe zone. And I saw it, and I don't know, maybe I was kind of scared because I knew it was Calvin Johnson's vehicle. I mean, he wasn't playing for Atlanta. He's playing for Detroit. But he went, from what I understand now, he went to Georgia Tech. I think he's from there. So, he's Megatron. I didn't know who Megatron was at that time. I don't think I was watching any sports. And for some reason, I went on the other side of that gate and started working on that gate, thinking, man, this dude arrogant. He's going to be up there for a minute. And I remember that gate closing like gates to a prison, closing, and that joker comes out the residential gate. And I literally walked up to the gate. He's on one side of the bars, I'm on the other. And he's probably about 10, 15 feet away, close to his vehicle. And I go, Calvin Johnson, you lucky son of a bitch. $75 cash or debit, cash or charge. Oh, but I didn't put the boots on, man. I said, you lucky son of a gun, man. And that's how I missed booting Calvin Johnson. Oh, but them Cam Newton stories. If Cam ever sees this, he probably don't give a crap anymore. But I got a good Cam story. I got a good one, man. I booted Cam's whole family. Who was another dude played for the Rams? I talk about him. I got to figure out who he is because I used to play tricks on him. I used to act like I wasn't booting his. What he had? He had a Rolls Royce or something like that. Rolls Royce or Bentley, and I act like I wasn't the guy booting his vehicle. Hey man, that dude knew he was wrong. But yeah, Calvin Johnson. Let's focus. Calvin Johnson. Calvin Johnson. Yeah, lucky dude. You had a good football career. God bless you. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I didn't. You don't need all the memories. It was a job, man. It was a job. I didn't take that stuff personally, and I'm glad I didn't. There's some people you need to miss, and there's good people out there I missed. Some people just couldn't afford it, and I'm glad I missed them. And some, wait until we get to the Justin Bieber one. That was interesting. So that being said, this is the Calvin Johnson. You got away. Calvin Johnson, I should have got you. I should have got you. And I do. I got receipts. Well, I got friends who could collaborate this, the moments, because one of them actually worked for the company, and he got, he took payment from Soldier Boys. We'll get into that Soldier Boy story. And the other friend I'll talk about in other stories that he used to ride along with me. Because I used to drive my vehicle, they would give you a per diem to drive your own vehicle, or you could drive their vehicle. I like driving mine because I had extended row seats. I had seat in the back, and I carried a shotgun. I didn't even have a pistol at the time. I carried a shotgun. So that's kind of weird. I carried a shotgun. Because a shotgun, it's a rifle. You can carry a shotgun. I didn't point it at anybody, but I carried a shotgun, Parking enforcement, private company, who knows? God bless, thank you. Nothing happened. All right, till next time. Like I said, no hard feelings, Mr. Calvin Johnson. I leave you with a smile.